I'm downstairs, catching up on Game of Thrones, because the final season's coming up. But something happened! Something happened that we need to talk about right now. We just got confirmation of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild VR. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's really weird to hear that sentence. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild VR. By the way, I missed that intro for a while. In this tweet by Nintendo of America, we just saw that, quote, experience two beloved games in new ways with the Toy-Con VR goggles from Nintendo Labo VR kit. Obviously, this is like their way of really pushing, we're serious about this. It does create some issues, brings up more questions than it answers. As we see here with Breath of the Wild, it says, enjoy this epic adventure like never before. You don't need to start a new game, it's just going to be available in the options. So there is going to be a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild update mandatory for this to work, as we see that it appears right below the Amiibo option for the Toy-Con goggles. Now, it looks like wherever you look your head, that's just going to move the camera. So essentially, whenever you move around, that's going to function the same way as moving the right analog stick. Also in here, we see no UI whatsoever, so it's a question on what they're going to be doing with that, if it's just going to appear like in the far corner, if they're going to make it smaller, or if it's still going to be that obnoxiously large UI in VR on your face. First question slash problem slash thing that comes to mind is, unlike a traditional VR headset that straps to your face, the Nintendo Labo is designed for you to hold it up against your face. So you obviously can't keep holding it here and hold the Joy-Cons or your Pro Controller, most likely your Pro Controller. So it makes me wonder if they're going to come up with an official Nintendo Labo strap that's going to be able to have it actually stay snug to your face, which would be nice. And then also, now we're talking about something very different here. We're not talking about how Nintendo Labo was like, oh great, take this cardboard, build it for 3 hours, and then play with it for 20 minutes, and you're never going to touch it again. No, instead, now it's a brand new way for you to discover a game that takes you 300 hours to finish it. I'm sorry, piano. It's fine. I'm sorry. Now we're talking about an adventure that you want to spend a serious amount of time in, which, as I mentioned before in my previous video talking about VR, if you have this headset strapped to your face for a long period of time, because of the lower frame rate, Breath of the Wild only runs natively at 30 frames per second in handheld mode, and kind of also dock mode, and is it gonna make you queasy looking at such a low refresh rate that close to your face, it's a very common thing that's said that with low refresh rates that close to your face, it actually makes the user nauseous because your eyes aren't able to adjust to this false reality in front of you. That's the reason it's supported for VR screens to have a very high refresh rate, 60, 90, etc. But then also, if it doesn't make you nauseous, if you really enjoy it, are you stuck to the cardboard? Is there something else that you can do? Are they gonna possibly down the road sell a much more sturdy headset that you could put your Nintendo Switch in and you can have on your head for long periods of time with a built-in strap, and it's comfortable and lightweight and easy to wear? Also, it looks like there's like some fun minigame stuff you could do with Mario Odyssey. That's great. But Breath of the Wild, that's what we're here to talk about. And this is something that obviously they're really trying to push this product if they're putting integration with Game of the Year 2017 and runner-up Game of the Year 2017 Mario Odyssey. So it sounds like their marketing team is like really looking for a reason to do stuff, and then also this is gonna open up a whole box of worms and people are gonna be like, hey, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild just got an update. Do you think we're gonna get more DLC packs? Which everyone is saying no, but some people are gonna ask if it's a thing. I don't know. Seriously, people ask me all the time if I know insider information, and unfortunately I don't. And I guarantee I'm not the only person in the world who's going to say this. I was on the fence about VR, about Labo VR, because I got burned with Toy-Con Set 1, and I also bought the robot. It's behind that wall somewhere. But now, and then, what, isn't the entry only $40? Like, it's cheaper than any, like, AAA title, half the price that, the robot kit was, and I think also half the price that Toy-Con Kit 1 was. I think it was 70 or 80 bucks, somewhere around there. But anyways, guys, I want to know what you think about this, about Nintendo Labo VR bringing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild VR. I'm going to follow this very closely, and if there's information that I see about this that I think you guys should know, then absolutely I'm going to be covering it. Leave a comment down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Until next time, Austin John out.